Hello, it's your Jimmy Jam Oracle here, and today we're doing a Celtic cross for Foodie Beauty. We're going to try to see if we get the spirits to focus in more on her health. Thank you for joining me today. Remember, we ask the spirits, we welcome them, we ask them to help us with this read. And let's get started. We're going to shuffle a little bit. Remember, we're thinking about Foodie, we're thinking about her health. What's the latest? Boil, I guess, is the latest going on with her. She hasn't gone live, and her last video kept saying, well, I'll update you guys later, and I don't think later ever came, at least not when I'm recording this. So let's get started, see what the spirits have to say. Remember, give a good knock, wake them up, clear the deck. Nice bit of shuffling. See if they can give us anything. Alright. Oh, a little update. I have my power back on. It actually came on that day, just a little bit later. So, all set over here. You might hear the heat kick on. It is cold out here today. Alright, so let's get started. The first card supposed to represent the questioner or their current state. Let's lay that down. What do we have? We have the Ten of Swords. It is upright. It says painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal, loss, crisis, failure, collapse, and defeat. Okay, that's a heavy one to start off with. Let's say painful endings, and it was, you know, we were asking about her health, so if we're assuming like this is health related, we do have deep wounds. So I'm wondering if like the boil or the cyst that she has is a lot deeper than what she thought it was, because at one point she was talking about it, sometimes it breaks on its own, and she said it wasn't doing it this time, so maybe it's deeper. It also talks about failure and collapse and defeat, or even like crisis. So I'm wondering if like one of the reasons why she hasn't uploaded is maybe she has decided to go to the hospital because maybe she is having some sort of problem, like some sort of crisis. But let's keep going. See if the spirits can confirm or point us in a different direction, because sometimes they like to do that. So this is, next card is her obstacle. Lay it down just like this. We have the Lovers. Oh. It says self-love, disharmony, imbalance, misalignment of values, suffering, detachment, obedience, conflict, bad choices, indecision, fear of commitment. Okay, so even though the Lovers tends to be a relationship card, do I think this is relationship related? Honestly, not 100%. Again, because we're talking about her health, because we do have suffering in the description. So is she physically suffering, or is there some sort of like suffering relationship? We do have betrayal in the first card, so I'm wondering if that has anything to do with relationship. I'm not sure. For some reason, I'm really feeling it has something to do with her physically. Because we also have conflict and indecision. Bad choices, which the bad choice would be waiting to go to the emergency room or to see the doctor about that boil. Especially considering she's a diabetic, like those things can, not only do they manifest really fast, but they can get bad really fast as well. Okay, so we have the goal or destiny card. So, it's Chantal's, like, it could be her hopes or fears, but it's whatever is currently sitting at the top of her mind, like the tip of the tongue kind of a situation. That's why it sits above the questioner. I don't think you can see that. I don't know why everything looks a little bit blurry to me on the camera. I wonder if it has something to do with this light. I might not have it. Oh, I touched it. You know what? We're green now. It actually looks better. Alright, so what do we have? We have the Page of Swords. Sorry, I'll let you see it because I'm reading it. It's reversed. It says deception, manipulation, all talk, haste, haphazard action, and self-expression. Deception. All right. Da-da-da. It does deception. But okay, the light changed on its own. All talk, haste. So I wonder if it does have something to do with betrayal. Like, this seems less like it's health related and more, maybe I should have listened to my intuition when I said this maybe was relationship related. Because we've gotten deception and manipulation for her before, but this is something that's sitting at the top. This is self-expression, the expression, the all talk. Like, for some reason, I'm like seeing her on camera. Like, she's posting something, or she has been posting. But definitely she's lying about something. Or maybe she's lying about the severity of the boil. Don't know. But now kind of, I don't know, I could go either way with relate. It's funny how, like, she lies so much that, like, we're confusing relationship issues with, like, health issues. Let's just keep going. See if we get pointed in a particular direction. We have the fourth card is the Distant Past Foundation. So this is the card that is affecting, it describes a situation that happened a long time ago, whether it's weeks, months, or years, that's currently influenced what's going on right now. So we have Temperance, it's reversed. It says imbalance, excess, extreme overindulgence, alcoholism, addiction, self-healing, and realignment. So it's funny, we have imbalance, because didn't we have an imbalance right here? We had disharmony and imbalance, yep. So yeah, something's askew. Something's like not quite right. With Chantal, like, that's not really a surprise, but we also have excess, extremes, overindulgence. So it does talk about addiction. So I'm just wondering if this has something to do with her food addiction, in which case I think this would be more health related, because it would explain, because like I was saying before, like, her diabetes could be making this situation worse. So now I'm leaning more back towards the health part. So definitely this is describing her history of, and even like the self-healing, where she said that the boil popped on its own, and, you know, she just kind of let it do its thing. So it does describe, like, her just not going to the doctor, I think. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next card, which is, it's recent past events. So this is something that's happened more recent than this. Which, to be honest, this could go as far back as who knows. Who do we have? We have the Nine of Pentacles. I'll lift her up so you can see. This is fruits of labor, rewards, luxury, self-sufficiency, and financial independence. See, it's funny, we get independence with Chantal quite a bit. In the past, I always felt like it's something she's seeking. So we have pentacles here. And usually you see these little gold coins. This is usually like financial driven. So I'm thinking fruits of labor, rewards, luxury. I think this is how she sees this situation right here. The overindulgence and the extremes, even the addiction. I think to her, it does seem like a reward. So like whenever she eats for this overindulgence, it's luxury. And even like the financial independence, so like that's a part of it too, because her channel was pretty much brought on mukbangs for the most part. I mean, yeah, there was all the train wreck stuff as well, but like it's the fruits of labor. So something. So it makes me wonder if, like, to a degree, she's using this current health issue to benefit herself financially, which that wouldn't be surprising either. I believe she's done that before. So we have future influence. Could be an event or a person. But let's see, the Two of Swords, it's reversed. It says lesser of two evils, no right choice, confusion. I did not change the light, it changed itself. I'm really sorry. No right choice, confusion, indecision, information overload. Okay, so we have indecision again, which we had earlier, didn't we? Or maybe I'm thinking about the last read I did for her, but there was definitely indecisions. Da, 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 da. Maybe not. Maybe I just don't see it. Indecision. Yep, I was right. It was the Lover's card. And it's funny because the last read I had for her talked a lot about indecision, like a decision could not be made. And I just wonder if in this case, when it comes to her health, if this decision, maybe it's to go back home to Canada where she has free health care and she can get, all the help that she wants and needs. Even like the information overload, it seems like, and that's really sticking out to me, like she's receiving information that it's causing her to be overwhelmed, which I've gotten that for her before. Maybe that's what's causing even. Oh, okay, good. It's the light is dying. I'm just gonna move it out of the way. That might have been why it was flashing. Okay. Getting lesser of two evils, so like it goes into indecision and confusion. The light distracted me and I lost my thought. But yeah, like I have a funny feeling this is like health related now. Well, no, absolutely. Like, I'm pretty convinced it is. So it seems like maybe the indecision that's been showing up in her reads, and maybe it's the indecision to whether or not to go back home to receive like some sort of health care, maybe. Then also I think going back home would be financially driven because I think she gets more views when she's in Canada. Okay, so we have the 7th one. So this is a card just for Chantal, just about her. It's the star. I'll push it up so you can see it. It's upright. It says hope, calm, faith, purpose, renewal, spirituality, fortune, good omen, and rejuvenation. Okay, so it says it could reveal a course of action or suggest a role that she would have to play to direct her own future. Or it could be how she feels about the present situation. So I had to read the description to see how this would make sense. And like there's so much negativity here, and then we have like this little positive card right here. So if this is how she's feeling about the present situation, she has hope. I think like she's hoping that it clears itself up, and it even says like fortune, good omen, rejuvenation. The fortune part really gets to me because we have the pentacles right here, and for Chantal, fortune for her, I mean, for some of us, fortune could be like good luck, but for her, I think fortune means it in the literal sense. Where I think she's using this current boil, this situation, to bring in views. So I think this is how she currently feels about the situation, is that hope and that fortune. Got all sorts of lights failing on me today. All right, so we have environmental factors, the 8th card. So this is a card that's supposed to be on the outside of Chantal. It's when I typically read these, they're usually like reaction channel cards, to be honest with you. But it could be someone, it could be anyone or any situation, but it's somehow affecting what's going on, or it's just how people currently see the situation from a different point of view. Now, what do we have? We have the 9 of Swords. It says anxiety, worry, fear, depression, nightmares, insomnia, hopelessness, trauma, and despair. So it's funny, we have these two cards that are the opposite of each other. So this is how I believe Chantal sees her current situation. And then this is how everyone else sees her situation, which is absolutely accurate. Like, even FFG was like, hey, she really should go to the hospital for that boil, because, it can turn into something serious, or it could be currently something serious. She mentions, like, sepsis. But but yeah, I think that's the anxiety that's coming up in this card. Even like the hopelessness, like people see this overindulgence, the excess, the addiction, and Chantal has hope. And she really does. I really do believe that every time she starts something new, or she just wants to like almost start over, she does have this hope that things are going to be different. But meanwhile, everyone else is just, they're hopeless. They, have that anxiety, the fear that, it's not going to work. All right, so then we have the 9th card, inner emotion. So this could be Chantal's most inner fears or her deepest hope. Also could show like a change in perspective for her. We have the Ace of Cups. It's right side up. It says love, compassion, creativity, new feelings, spirituality, intuition, new baby, proposal, and marriage. That's funny. Especially the spirituality, because we had spirituality show up in the star. Oop, right there. So that's funny that we get spirituality from her. Like, as for like, this seems like it would be like an inner hope or deep desire or wish that love, marriage, even like getting compassion from her haters or just anyone in general on the internet. Even like the spirituality part, like I really do think there's a part of her that really, really wants to be like this pious, spiritual woman. Again, like this is a deep wish for her. So this isn't like, it doesn't have to be in reality. It's something that's very deep. All right, so let's read the last card. It's the outcome card. Oh, we have the Queen of Pentacles. She is right side up. Oh, gosh. Okay, we have nurturing, practical, providing financially, a working parent. I've gotten this card for her before. And again, like, so we have financial. So it seems like the nurturing, the practical, providing, it's really the providing financially and working parent that really sticks out for me, because a working parent implies like they're on their own, like, or they're financially taking care of somebody. That could be like the nurturing. Like I think Foodie really prizes her finances. Or she sees this as like an attribute for herself. So like the nurturing, like she would see the nurturing as being financial, like not so much emotionally nurturing, but like just if she can take care of someone with cash, then for her, like I think that's an expression of love. Like that's her love language. And I think that's pretty much what she's currently doing right now. And it seems like she's going to continue doing that. I imagine she's doing that for Salah because that's the only other person in her life. I would like to do one more, just a quick little 3-card read for her real quick. And it's funny that the health thing ends on a financial, which makes me wonder if I was right about her using this for financial means. Let's do a quick read. Spirits, is there anything else you'd like to tell us about Foodie's health journey? Her current state, perhaps the boil, perhaps her addiction. Let's see. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Cups, and the Magician. They're all right side up. Let's start with the Wheel of Fortune. I like the Wheel of Fortune. because it talks about, what does it talk about? Life cycles. Yeah, so I see this card often in Gorl World too, because remember, cycles, they're always like, they go through the same crap over and over again because they're trapped in their own addiction. So again, we talk about life cycles and ups and downs. Even like the unpredictable, like she is pretty predictable, but she likes to think she's unpredictable, but this is in the past position. So I'm thinking this is probably the start of her cycles back when she was a bit more unpredictable. When she was living in Canada and all that stuff was going on. Then we have the present. We have creativity, romance, charm. We also have imagination. Beauty, knight in shiny armor, following the heart, prince charming, and proposals. This could be representing of like Salah and like her relationship with him, perhaps. Even the creativity part, because she puts everything on camera. That's her creative outlet. But it seems like, she was swept away. Knight in shiny armor, following the heart, prince charming. I've gotten this card for her before, I think, in relation to Salah. Either that or someone besides Salah could be coming in currently and acting as the knight in shining armor for her, like a hero for her. Maybe anime sucks, I don't know. Then we have the magician in the future position. It says action, creation, manifestation, power, self-confidence, clarity, willpower, and skill, creativity. So we got creativity again. So definitely it feels like something's happening with the channel, or is just saying that like she's not going anywhere. Like that's what it feels like when it talks about creativity. Also, it talks about willpower and manifestation. For some reason, I'm getting a really strong feeling towards that. Spirits, can you explain the magician in the future tense? Ooh, and then we'll call it a day because the video is getting kind of long. Sorry about that, you guys. Ooh, we have the heartbreak card. King of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is reversed. So now we're talking about heartbreak, suffering, grief, emotional pain, divorce, loss, and depression. And then over here we have the King of Wands. It's natural leader, visionary, entrepreneur, big picture, overcoming challenges, mature, and career focused. Every time I see the entrepreneur, I do think of Salah. Because he's supposed to be in the perfume business. Something I guess he started with his friends. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure what's going on there. And then we have this one right here. The Eight of Wands. It's reversed. It says delays, frustration, holding off, waiting, panic, and slowdown. We've gotten this card before. The delays. Delays keep coming up with her reads. So somehow all of this matches up with the magician. Oh, I think I got the magician the last read too. I wonder if the magician is a person, not an event. Because I think the magician was what I got for her last read. I think it was the card that fell out. I don't know, because I do her reads and Amber's reads really close together. So didn't I also get the King of Wands? The natural leader? The visionary? Oh, and I got some sort of king that went along with the magician, didn't I? So yeah, there's this person in her life, which I at the time I didn't think was Salah. Now I really don't think it's Salah. This time it's going to start with heartbreak and end with this waiting, this panic, this delay that keeps coming up. Wow, okay. It's so strange to get this set again. If this is the set that happened last time, of course you can hardly see it because the dang screen is so dark. Alright, we're going to call it a day. I feel like I left that pretty open-ended. But, like I said, the video is getting really long. I don't know, like, who is the magician that keeps coming up in these reads? And I'm pretty sure that was Foodie. It kept coming out for. And like the indecision and the delays. Like someone in her life or going to enter her life is going to make a decision and it's somehow going to lead to heartbreak. Oops, I hit the camera, I'm sorry. Alright, so in the video, I like to do an intuition pull. This is a card just for you. So think of a situation or a question you might have. I'm really feeling right here. I'm feeling it. Come here, little guy. What do we have? We have the Queen of Swords. Nice. It's upright. It says unbiased judgment, independent, clear boundaries, direct communication, clear-minded, and perceptive. Is this you or is this someone in your life? If you can see the card, because it's really dark. I really need a light. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. Remember, we thank the spirits for helping us out today. And I hope you have a great day.